Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Wednesday. This is Darlene stopping by real quick. I'm getting ready to make some bracelets, and I want you to tell me which bracelets you like and which one would you make. Would you make the bracelet using the glass bead that I wrapped in wire right here? Or would you just use the regular, just flat, plain white glass? So I'm going to show you how I wrap these. I think I got another video on here that shows you how I wrap the beads with 18 gauge wire. But I'll go ahead and do that real quick because it doesn't take a whole lot. So we're just going to take a piece of wire that we pretty much already got. This might be too long, but I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to just keep it like this. So you do want to see where your holes are. So right here and on this side. And then before I even wrap it, I want to make sure that the 1.5 millimeter cord will fit, because you know that's what I use to make my bracelets. So it does fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire, make sure my holes are right here. I'm going to turn it sideways so you can probably see the holes. I'm going to lay the wire flat on the bead, so my hands are going to hold it. My fingers are going to hold it. And I'm going to just go ahead and wrap it like that. And then wrap it again. And sometime it will slide out, and that's okay. So I'm going to put that wire around there again so it begins to look like this. So it's going to probably slide out a little bit, and that's okay. Bring that wire back around like this. And then, so right now the wire is going side to side, side to side. Now we have to start to secure it by bringing the wire in another direction. So I'm bringing it down here where the hole is, right? And then bring that across like that. And then we're going to take this one, so you can see where it's sliding off. We're going to bring that one across like that. And then I want to bring it downward where the actual hole is. And even if it covers the hole, that's okay, because at some point we could just move the wire. And then all you're doing is wrapping that wire around and then making sure that you're filling in those little spaces like that. So then we're going to bring this wire around right here and then bring it back up around here. So what I'm going to do with this wire right here is I'm going to bring it around. Wait, this wire is right here. So I'm going to bring that wire right here. Wait, let's bring it down here, because I can feel it that it's loose. And that's okay. So now I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to find a place to roll it under. Let's try like right here. So we'll take that wire, the end of the wire, and go ahead and fold it right up under that wire. Right? So that's folded. And then I'm going to take the pliers and just smash it like that. So then this one is loose. You can see that one is loose and it's coming apart. And that is okay, because I'm going to take the wire, pull it down, wrap it around here, and then bring it back around here somewhere. And then we can tuck it like right here. So we take the end of it and go ahead and tuck it. So you basically got to roll that wire right up under there And then I'm going to take the pliers and just fold it. Smash it right down on there. You probably can't see that, but, and then you can go around. You can see how the wire is on here. And you can go around and press like this. Just like take your pliers and press on it. And another thing you can do is, okay, you see how it's all wrapped? You can take, because this looks a little loose right here, you can always take your pliers, make sure you put your hand there, and then just twist the wire like that. And what happens, it tightens on there like that. So if you see any, like maybe that one is kind of loose, put your finger on it. Go ahead and tighten that wire like that. And even down here, you can go ahead and tighten that wire a little bit. And then go up here, put your finger there, tighten it a little bit. It's almost like tightening a screw. So this is what you come up with. And then right here, we're just going to, oops, we'll twist that one. Maybe I should have did it this way. No, that'll make it come off. So we do it like that. And then this is what we got. So we want to make sure we still see our holes, because that's the whole objective, is to make sure you could still see your holes. Oh, that went through there. Hold on a second. So that means on the other side, I have the hole blocked. So all I'm going to do is take my pliers and open the hole by pushing the wire away. And then that's okay. You could always push the wire back if you want to. So that gives us the holes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make a couple of bracelets using our glass wire wrapped beads. And I do have a couple. Do I have 2 more of these left? I do have another one left. And I think I'm going to probably cover this one too. Wrap them. Because for me, the wire, not the wire, but the glass beads just look plain like this. So I'm going to probably wrap this one too. I think I had another one up here somewhere, but I'm going to wrap them all. And we are going to go ahead and get started. Still got a little bit of the 1.5 on here. I am down to the bare minimum with this spool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started and find our holes, which is right here. And if the wire is in the way, you could just move the wire over a little bit. I'm going to move it this way a little bit to get the cord in, and then you can always just push it right back. So then now we got that threaded. And then saw these pretty green beads right here, so we can go ahead and use these. And they should fit the 1.5. Might be a little tough, but we'll get it in. Okay, so this is how it's going to start. And then got a couple of these pretty beads. So we'll go ahead and put a couple of these. And it's already starting to look kind of pretty. And then the question would probably be, well, Darlene, how about that hump back there? Will you feel that? Nope, you won't feel it. I mean, it'll just rest against the wrist. But as long as you don't have anything poking out the end of the wire or anything, it should be fine. So then we're going to put another green bead. And then we're going to use some of these beads right here. And I do kind of, I like it, but I don't like it with the green beads. So I think what I'm going to do, even if I take these off, I still don't. Oh, you know what? Maybe, let's see something. I got some brown wood beads right here. Let's see how these will look. Because it matters what colors. Are matching. Okay. Yep, so even with the brown like that, I don't like it, so I'm going to have to find different colors for right here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to definitely take everything off except the big wire bead. And I think see if we can find some different beads that might match. And I can't stand this when one bead will work and then another bead won't work. It's like, my goodness, just can all the beads just work? Meaning like with the holes. Okay, that's the white. Let's do that with the white. And let's see if we can find another good white bead with a big hole. Oh, that one is a small. This one looks like it might work. See if this one will work. Nope, that one ain't gonna work either. So let me see something. These are like for those for 1mm cord. And you already know I don't like working with 1mm cord. It's just too thin. That one is not gonna work. Maybe we'll just have to do this because I wanted to use some color, but we might have to just go with some gold beads. And then we'll see how this will look. Of course, gold is gonna match, right? But I don't know if it's gonna match with, you know what, let's use a couple of these white bead, clear beads, and then see how these will look. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all, not bad at all. And I do want to use some of these beads right here, but it has to be the right colors. So we got to have that good mixture of color. See how that is? Like, we got to have that good mixture of color. And then, oh, how about we do this? I think the holes on these are big enough. Try these. Nope. Small hole. This big old bead with that little bitty hole. Let's see. We're just gonna find what we can find. And whatever fits, just basically fits. That's what we're gonna do. Whatever fits, just fits. And that's what we're gonna do. And then I think we'll go ahead and put a brown bead because it does match. And that does match. And then we'll go with another color bead. And then let's go with some other beads over here that's bigger beads. So we'll just grab some goodies out of here and just whatever matches, just matches like that. And then we got another gold bead here. Go ahead and put another gold bead. And I like the way that looks, very pretty. Right, very pretty. And I'm really liking like the clear beads right here. And then let's go ahead and use, how about another colorful bead right here. Throw this one on. And then we got some other beads over here. We'll do a little dice. Put that on. Go ahead and put this red one on. And then let's see what we got. Yep, I like that. That's real pretty. That's really pretty. It almost puts you in the mind of a watch with a really nice band. So that matches really well. And then we're going to put one more bead on here that has a big hole. I almost want to kind of put a Buddha head on here somewhere, but maybe we'll do that for the next one. And then I do want a bead that has a pretty huge hole like this one. See how big that hole is? So we'll close it off with this one. Because this is 1.5 millimeter cord, and we do want to close it off, knot it like really good. And then we'll go ahead and tie nice and tight. And then 1, 2, nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, nice and tight. And remember, you want to make sure the bracelet has stretch. And then 1, 2, nice and tight. 1, 2, nice and tight. And then we'll go ahead and cut off our extra. Go ahead and pull that cord. You can see how thick it is, and it should fit nice and snug right up in there. See? Nice and snug. And then this is what it looks like. And then you always want to make sure whatever side you tuck the wire under, that's the side that's going to go against the wrist. So this is what this looks like. And I think I want to put a charm on here. We can put a nice small one. Or do we want to put one? This is really pretty. Look at that. Just really pretty. All the colors, and I'm sure the camera does it no justice. Probably don't pick it up at all how beautiful it is, and the colors. And then I think I want to, do I want to put a charm on here? And then we'll make a bracelet using the bead that does not have wire on it. And you guys tell me which one you like better, with the wire or without the wire. Because I'm a wire girl, as you guys know. And I'm going to probably always use wire because for me, it just looks so plain, you know. And I can see like glass beads at the store. And I'll be like, okay, well, man, they just look so plain, but what can I do with them? And then that's what I was able to do with them, just wrap them in wire. So that's a nice little bracelet. That's really nice. I like this. And you can match this with some other bracelet too. Bangles. I can see this like really matching good with bangles. Some really nice gold bangles, some thick bangles, thin bangles, some gold chains maybe on the wrist, and then maybe like another big necklace. But this looks really cool. I like this. So then I'm going to make one with just the plain glass, because I know some people like plain glass, but I have noticed when I ever go into any one of the stores to purchase beads, these type of beads are pretty much still hanging up there. So you know what that tells me? That tells me that people don't know what to do with these type of beads. So that's probably why they're still hanging there. Or you can buy them and thinking, you know, you got some type of idea. It's like, okay, well, I got an idea for them, but then maybe the idea doesn't, you know, come out, but like you think it would have came out, you know. But I do see those type of beads, those glass beads hanging there a lot. So that only means people really don't know what to do with them. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. And we're going to go ahead. We don't have to look for our hole because we see it right there. And we got some beads in here. Here's a clear bead. We're just going to grab some beads. Kind of like do a soup, a bead soup. Whatever we can find that matches and that looks good, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put it on and keep it going. That one is too small. I might be able to, well, I don't want to put that one on there. That won't fit. Ooh, this one might fit. This is a beautiful orange. That won't fit. This one definitely probably is not going to fit. Nope. That's not going to fit. Wow, all these big beads with these big holes. I mean, small holes. Go ahead and try these green beads right here. And it'll probably look different this time because we don't have the gold wire right here. So we're going to go with these beads right here. And then let's go with just kind of stacking beads on and see what we come up with. Some bigger beads. And then we're going to add it with some of these clear beads. I like these clear beads. These are real pretty. So we'll add these on. That looks really pretty already. Very different, very unique. And then we're just going to add some other different beads on and just see what they look like. Okay. And then I'm looking, and when I look at this bead right here does not match. Now the rest of them match, but if I leave this one on, to me it doesn't match. So I'm going to take that one off. But then what I am going to do is I'm going to put this one on because it looks like it'll more than likely match. Okay. And all the colors match. So then we're just going to keep grabbing some beads and throwing them on here, because it's a lot of big beads and big stuff around here. I don't think that one will match, but we do got this one. And see, that's probably the only way a lot of these beads are going to get used. They just going to have to be like a bead soup type situation. So I'm going to put this one on here if it'll fit. So this is a nice bead right here, and it has a big enough hole, but for some reason it's just not fitting the 1.5. And that is okay. That is okay. We'll just keep digging. Got some black beads. And then we got another one of these beads. We'll go throw this one on. And to me, that matches good because there's a lot of blacks. There's like the green. You got some gold. And then there's clear. So it all matches. And then we can actually add some brown on. And the brown will match. So we'll put that on there. And we'll put a brown. Put a brown. And then you could already see how nice that looks. I think it looks nice, but then we're going to take one of these beads off, and then we'll go ahead and tie it. 1, 2, nice and tight. 1, 2, nice and tight. 1, 2, nice and tight. 1, and then 1 tight. And we'll go ahead and cut off the extra. And then we'll just, that nice big knot, we're going to go ahead and pull it right in there. And then this is what this one looks like. This is really, it's really nice, but to me, I need this part wrapped. But it's a nice bracelet, right? Very nice, simple, and all the colors match well together. So which one would you guys do? If you made one of these, which one would you make? Would you make a bracelet without wrapping the glass with wire, or would you make one with the wrapped glass? Which one would you make? And then I'm looking at this, and I don't want to put the charm on. I'm going to take the charm off. So I'm kind of liking it without the charm. And you know me, I will put a charm on everything, okay? So even like when you look at these, which one would you make? With the glass wrapped, or with the glass not wrapped? Because I think they both look nice, but for me, because of the way my mind works, I like it with the wire. Yeah, I like the one with the wire. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK, and guess what? We'll talk.